What's up, hustlers and ballers and go-getters, boy? It's your boy, Coach Hustle, man. We out here today sitting on the porch, man, and I had an idea to start doing this new talk series. I love showing day in the life. I love promoting businesses, but I don't really talk about, the stories that I had to go through to get to this spot right here, man, that we, overlooking the city. We got all these cars. We got all the success coming from, like I said, the business and the hard work that me and my team has put in. I really wanted to start talking about some of the journeys that I had, man. The first journey, is that they're not going to be in sequence, and please forgive me, this is something new that I'm doing. It's hard, by the way. Baby girl made me some, this is fresh pressed juice, pineapple, celery, watermelon. It's crazy. Like I said, it's crazy. No ginger. I hate ginger in my drinks. Oh yeah, and lime. Whew. Murdered that guy. Killed it. But anyway, living in the city of Atlanta, trying to build a business, seeing more, want to do more. You got to work a job first, right? So my career really started in sales was in furniture, right? I went from a small furniture dealership, a small furniture company. And I graduated, I went to a company called Ashley Furniture. I know you probably got some Ashley Furniture in your house right now, right? I was good. I quit a couple times, but this particular time when I came back with a different mindset, man. I was kind of broken, I ain't gonna lie, because I had went and started a business. I had a lawn service. We did scrap metal, and at night I party promoted, man. I was all the way hustle. I've always been that guy that's been out here in the streets working my move, right? So I was excited, man, but things happen, man. So I had to readjust. I had to pivot. I had to take a couple steps back, like I said. So I got hired back at Ashley Furniture, and I actually love the people, right? I love the people, but I had I'm gonna be transparent. I had one of the worst store managers ever, right? Not a bad person, but a terrible manager. Just being 100% real with you. The worst manager, right? She was so bad, right? When she would walk to the front of the showroom, all the salespeople would walk to the back. And then when she would walk to the back, we'll walk back to the front because we didn't want to be around her presence because her aura, her energy was the worst, right? But outside of work, she was a good person. She just didn't know how to manage. She needed more self-development, right? And she really would hold her nuts on you, right? Any chance she got, she would hold her nuts on you, right? I'm telling you this for a reason. So I'm in there. I'm one of the top people at the sales department. I'm doing my thing, right? I am doing my thing. But I know I wasn't fulfilled, but I was like, hey man, we in grind mode right now. Sometimes you got to get in grind mode, right? When you got to cut out all the distractions and just focus on that task, right? So that's why I was in grind mode. And me being in that grind mode, sometimes God will put people in your path to kind of show you where you need to go. So I sold some furniture to this young lady. Super cool. We hit it off. We tried to date. Didn't really work, so we just became friends, right? Became friends, and she called me one day, and she was like, you are the perfect person for this business opportunity. I was like, what is it? I'm gonna tell you what the name of the company. She was like, hey, you ever heard network marketing? I said, yeah, I know that. I'm good, right? I'm working right now. I ain't got no time to do that. She's like, man, I'm telling you, these people are making big moves. All the goddamn the jargon that they do. If you ever been somebody ever pitched network marketing to you, you know the jargon, right? So I was like, these people making 6 figures a month. They doing this, BMWs, Bentleys, yeah. I'm good, right? I'm good. She invited me to a couple every week. Matter of fact, she would invite me to an event at her house, at a hotel, or wherever. And I was like, I'm good, right? I'm selling furniture. We're doing pretty good. Like I said, I'm doing about, at this time, this is like 2012, right? 2012, checks was going, we paid weekly, $1,500, $2,000, $1,200 every week. It was pretty cool for me because I had no kids, it was just me. So I was like, okay, this is steady income. I like this, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes $3,500, so for the week. So I'm like, I like what's going on. So long story long, one day, like I said, keep in mind during this time, goddamn, hold the flies. All these goddamn, we outside right now, so the elements out here, all these little bugs and shit, living in the city, Atlanta. But anyway, so like I told you, I was in the transition, right? So at the time, the car that I had wasn't working, right? So and it wasn't Uber. There was no Uber around, so I was catching rides. So I had caught a ride to the mall. I'm saying this for a reason. I caught a ride to the mall, and as I'm in the mall, the person that gave me a ride wasn't picking up the phone, right? And it was kind of cold. I was like, man, I'm stuck out here in the mall trying to figure out how to get home. I don't even know how to call a taxi, what, right? So as I'm walking through the mall trying to figure out, she calls me. Ring, ring, ring. I'm like, what's going on? She was talking about, she's like, man. She's like, I was in your area. I was kind of talking to her, say, what you got going on? I'm like, shh, I need a ride. You know what I'm saying? I need a ride. Come scoop your boy, right? So she came to scoop me up. And when she drove me home, right, she really just started just being real with me. This, when we got real friends with you, they're gonna tell you, she's like, you are too talented. You are a man of his word. You make things happen to be stuck at a mall because you don't have a ride, right? Is that job really paying you enough? Because you don't even have a ride right now, right? I had to come get you. And it was real. I was like, man, in my mind, I was like, I'm finna get another whip, all this kind of stuff. But right then, I was like, man, she's talking for real. So like, watch this video. So me and this young lady sat in my parking lot, in my driveway, watching a 45-minute video of a presentation of this company called 5 Links, right? Now, you might have been in the company. You might have knew somebody being in the company. I don't know. Like I said, and she watched, it was this guy, I can't remember his name. He's a light-skinned guy, bald-headed guy, real good talker, right? He talked, and I was like, man, he's making a lot of sense. Man, I like what I'm hearing, right? And I felt something, but I didn't let her know because, we got to play it cool, right? I said, let me just do some more research. I went in the house and I typed in 5 Links. I typed it in with a K, it's really with X. But it popped up all these videos of this thing called this SVP speech and people getting their flowers. They in the group of like, well, I tell you, if you're an entrepreneur, you should watch these videos, not because to join the company, just because it builds that belief inside of you that people are being celebrated. So imagine a room, 2,000-3,000 people in a room, right? Full of just nothing but multicolors, but mostly it's Asians, it's Spanish, it's black, it's white, thousands of people, right? And they're giving people their flowers. They're bringing people to the stage. They're carrying them to the stage. Imagine your peers carrying you to the stage, right? They carry you into the stage. They're playing your theme music, whatever song you want to hear. We are family. Well, every day I'm hustling. Staying alive. No matter what song it was, they was playing it, right? And you get to go up, and your mama there, your girlfriend, your wife, your uncle, your motherfucking teacher, whoever else that inspired you is there. And you're giving this speech to thousands of people of your journey, how you made it, right? And I'm watching these videos, man, I'm getting emotional. Like I said, I just went through something, I just lost some stuff, man. I went through a lot of losses, man, because I'm a risk taker. So I'm like, man, this is inspiring. I need that. I want to join this company, right? So, like I said, it don't take all day to do nothing. The next day I called her, I said how much it costs to get in. She was like, $350. I'm like, $350 to do what? All right, but I knew chances make champions, and I knew I had to invest in something, so I went ahead and invested. Now, I'm going somewhere with this, right? So keep in mind, I'm working this sales job, because I'm watching these people talking about they electricians, they're teachers, they're lawyers, and they're building these huge organizations, right? So I'm like, I am a hustler, and I'm a salesperson. I got some of the best salespeople I've ever seen, right? Some of the best people I've ever seen on the mark right here. I know them. They make thousands of dollars selling this furniture. I know we can sell this opportunity. We team up, man. In 3 months, we're gonna take over the company, right? That's what I learned right there. That sometimes people don't see what you see, right? Sometimes people don't believe what you believe. That they got something in them, but everybody's not an entrepreneur. Some people need safety. You heard me? Some people need safety. They'd rather take safety over freedom, right? And because freedom and safety on 2 different spectrums, right? Something like I said, people in jail They safe as a motherfucker, right? They safe from the elements. They get their square meals, their whole nine. But guess what? They ain't free, right? Then you got like the birds. The birds are free, but guess what? They ain't always safe, right? So anyway, back to what I was saying. So I joined this company, and in the first week, I hit bonus. Bam, hit bonus. So I'm 100% in now. I didn't hit money. Like, it's crazy. When I got my check from this company was $1,500, right? And my check from my job that week was also $1,500. But I worked 50 hours to make that $1,500. And on this year, I just made a couple phone calls and I made $1,500. And that was my beginning of belief of internet marketing, right? That was my belief, like, man, you can make money fast just by posting pictures and videos. So I was all in, right? So I was all in, but I'm still working my job, but I'm hating my job every single day. I'm dealing with this tyrant as the manager. I'm talking about, we had knockout. She done suspended me before. Listen, I am very, very coachable. I am very, very coachable, right? But I hate when people tell you stuff that don't make sense. And this manager will tell you shit that don't make sense, right? She made me one time, for example, I had a customer that bought a sofa off the floor right in front of the showroom. The door's right there. She's like, I could pull up. She paid for it. We can literally put it on the sofa, put it on her bed. But our policy was everything has to go through the back door, right? Everything has to go through the back door. But if you've ever been to Ashley Furniture, it is full with stuff. Stuff everywhere, right? So I'm like, ma'am, boss lady, right? Can we just literally take 5 steps and take it outside the store right here, right? Is you the store manager? Nobody will get in trouble. The lady signing off on it is right here, right? No. You got to go to the loading dock. You got to go to the loading dock. You got to go. I'm like, ma'am, I was like, we can go right here. She's like, no. I said, it's going to be hard to get through here, right? And we don't have, and also there is no stock guys. Because it's like 7:30, we getting ready to close. No, you got to do it the right way. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. So I got to do it, right? So I take the stuff and I fight through all the stuff. We fight through all the furniture to get to the back. This lady don't even have the key to unlock the back door. How you gonna be the store manager without the key to unlock the back door? So know what I had to do? I had to take the furniture all the way back to the front, outside, and place it where I asked the first time. I was so mad. I damn near blew a top. But anyway, fast forward, right? So, I was there for over a year, so I put my time in. I said they had a big convention going on in Anaheim, California. They had a big convention going in Anaheim, California, and it was like, everybody to show up. And if you're serious about your business, you can show up at this convention. So all the people who I've been watching online are going to be at this convention speaking for 2 days, right? I'm like, I gotta go, man. I gotta go. So I put my time in, like I could do everything. Hey, man, I forgot the dates. So let's say February 7th to February 10th, or whatever it might be, right? I said, I gotta go. I put my dates in. I've already got time. I got a week available, so I'm going to take a couple days. I put it in. This lady dragged her feet about approving my time, right? So I'm asking. I put it in two months early. Cause I knew it was going. I paid for my ticket, paid for my flight, right? And when I put my time in, so I knew it because she always approved everybody. So as I'm going through, I said, "Hey man, did you approve it?" I told her I'm going to this conference about my business. I'm doing this. I told her, like, hey, I'm excited, man. I'm gonna be there for a couple days. Going to California. Guess what? Everybody's now always happy for you. Everybody's now always happy for you, right? So I didn't know that at the time. I was really ignorance on fire. So I told her what's going on. I said, hey, man, this was going on. We had another store manager, and he was super cool, man. That guy really believed in me. He really understood me. And to this day, he still supports me, right? I can get his name, Mr. Bill Hawkins. I can get his name right now. I can say it. But he really always really supported me, man, in all my journeys, all my endeavors. Anyway, but he was just the sales manager. So the store manager had the play. She had all the power. So it's getting closer and closer to the time. So I'm asking her, hey man, am I approving them? What's going on? I got my ticket, I got packing, what's going on? Right? So I gotta leave out. I think I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like on Tuesday to Thursday or something like that. Yeah, it was like on Tuesday to Thursday or something like that. So here it is Saturday, right? Saturday, the busiest day of our money day, right? She calls me into the office, her and Mr. Bill. And she sits me down because also, as I was building this business, I had stopped really selling like I should. I ain't gonna lie, I was checked out. I was so focused on I was making calls in the back, trying to promote, trying to produce, trying to create, trying to get that next bonus level, the whole nine. I was so excited about the business. She was like, I didn't approve your time off. What? I didn't approve your time off. I'm like, but I put it in 2 months early. Like, I don't understand. Like, why, man? Why? Because, you need to be focused on this job. You're trying to do that little business, right? But that business is what? You should focus on your career. Them little things don't work. You need to focus on your career. This right here, you're a good salesperson, and you letting that little thing you're doing stop you from being the best salesperson you can be. You need to be dedicated to Ashley Furniture. So I decided that you can't go on this trip. I said, but I paid for the ticket. I mean, I can't get that money back. I booked the room, right? My team is going. People who believe in me are going, right? They sacrifice. Man, we pulled money together to get everybody to go, but now you're telling me I can't go? What do you mean? She's like, so what you gonna do? Because I needed that job, right? Because in building these businesses, it takes time, because some weeks you don't get paid, some weeks you're trying to learn. It's really trying to learn how to build a business. So I said, okay. I said, I appreciate you. So you need to figure out what you're gonna do, but you ain't finna go on that trip. You know what I did? I went right to my locker, took everything that was valuable in that guy, shook everybody's hand, and said I quit. Walked out. Because nobody's gonna dictate me. Nobody's gonna tell me what my dreams are gonna be, right? I ain't have an opportunity. So guess what, man? So a couple days later, I sent her a picture of me at the beach. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop it right here. Long story long, thank y'all for checking in. That's one of my stories. That was one of my journeys, man, that sometimes people are gonna challenge you, right? You gotta have the balls to step up and do what you gotta do, man. So that's episode 1. Thank y'all for checking in, man. I hope somebody got something from that, man. Don't let nobody stop you from your journey. No matter who they are, no matter what they're trying to do. If they're trying to hold their nuts on you, push them off, push them off, push them off. We out here. See y'all tomorrow.
This game'll end you quick. You catch a lick, here come the vultures. Man, that's just the culture. Cop some shines for the times, but I light is ultra. And you're always on my mind, damn.